So welcome to the team call, guys, and thank you so much for making it on live. I am really excited, I think, as a lot of you guys are, because we are launching MBF to customers tomorrow. A lot of us have been making our way through MBF as coaches, and hand on heart, I don't think I've ever had feedback from a program that is so kind of unanimous in terms of everyone loving it, everyone enjoying it, everyone seeing changes in their bodies, and we're all different fitness levels, ages, abilities, body shapes, and that for me is just hugely exciting. And I think every single one of us has kind of loved / hated the workouts, but we kind of are waking up raring to go. So if you haven't done the MBF sample, you haven't even sort of looked at it yet, definitely do. These launches are what propel our business, and remember, our enthusiasm is what people feed off. Our energy is what people feed off. Okay, so if we look bored, people are not going to want to join us. If we don't have the energy and we're really lackluster in the way that we appear in our social media, you can bet that nobody's going to want to join us. So if you're doing a program right now that you don't connect with, even if it was MBF, I always say, find the program that you connect with. The program that you connect with as a coach is going to be purely and simply what completely elevates your business and can see you just go from here to there. And the coach I think of when I think about that is Emily Forver. She is Network's #2, and she was a coach for, I think, 4 years, and she was just bobbing along, military wife, bobbing along. Had lots of infertility issues, lots of struggles along the way, just had a really consistent income, and then 80-day obsession launched, and she just had a miscarriage, and she went all in on that program, and she blew her business up. And that's because her journey, her cup, she was filling her cup first and foremost, and that was translating in everything that she did. And I just want to make the reminder to you guys that there is no point, and I tell this to my new coaches as you guys come in, you cannot stack a business on top of a program that you are not all in on, that you are not all in on your nutrition, that you are not all in on your mindset, and that you don't connect with. Yeah, if you're going to half-ass a program, building your business on the top of poor nutrition is not going to happen. Yeah, it's going to be really hard, and it's going to feel like you're trying to push water up a hill. Okay, so I just wanted to say that, because I think sometimes we can get so caught up in the business activity tracker and all the nitty-gritty little things we have to do, but really, if we are sticking to our fitness journey and enjoying our own journey first and foremost, hence our team's motto, enjoy the journey, we are going to find it very, very difficult to stack any success on the top. Okay, so we start by pouring into our own cup, believing and dedicating ourselves to our own journey, and being that person for other people. They can see that, wow, this girl's all in, wow, she's getting the results, I need a piece of that. Okay, if we're half-assing it, it ain't gonna happen. So I'm just gonna share my screen. So I've got the team call up on the right page today. So I always have a struggle with all these boxes, finding it. So I'm just going to do a few little announcements before I go on to talking about kind of boot camp and everything else. So has it gone into full screen? No. 1 second. Let's have a look. I don't know why I didn't do that. Seems, there we go. Okay. I'm just jumping around a bit here, guys. Sorry. Let's go back. Okay. There we go. So, as I've just said, the MBF is launching for customers tomorrow. If you've got anybody that's been watching you and you've been doing MBF, make sure that you're reaching out to them. Make sure that you're sending out that sample. And I'm going to go into kind of more detail on that in a second, kind of the main meat of the call. The second thing, which is really, really fundamental, and if you've kind of just been sitting there going, I don't know what Team Cup is, maybe I'll reach out to someone about it, and you're not in a team, promise me that if you're serious about your business and you're not in the team, that you reach out to somebody. I put a thread in the team page saying, who hasn't got a Team Cup team? It is your responsibility, guys, to get yourselves into a team. And I cannot impress upon you enough the importance of this. In last year in February for the UK, my team won it. And I was talking about this last week, but I just want to reiterate it. I was just a diamond coach, and because of Team Cup and the literal massive push I gave the month of February, because I was in the team and we were doubling our efforts, I doubled my outcome, and I literally went from diamond to 1 star to 2 star to 3 star in the space of about 2 months. And I really don't want you guys to underestimate the impact that this can make. And I was sharing in the, hold on a second, someone's put something in there. Okay, perfect. Yeah, do pop in the thread as I'm talking. If you other people aren't in the team, definitely pop it in. It's a real opportunity for you guys to come together. You know, obviously I lead the team, but it's really important for me that you guys create your own groups. You guys, you know, become your own leaders. You guys create your own little teams, and this is the perfect opportunity. I know Becca has, you know, she's leading her team, and Becca's doing really well kind of with her success club, and I thought it was amazing. She said, you know what, I'm gonna take it upon me to lead this team. This, guys, is so fundamental to your success, not just for this month, but perhaps the rest of the year in terms of what you do. And I was watching the call that was that I flagged in the Beachbody Champions page earlier on. And there was a girl in there who smashed Team Cup this February. She started February as an Emerald coach, and she is now a 6-star diamond coach, okay? And she is a 6-star diamond coach because she got behind Team Cup, she got herself into a team, and she went for it, okay? And if you're sitting there not getting yourself into a team, you cannot be surprised if then when you're trying to push yourself forwards without that kind of team ethos, that you're not going to push yourself quite as hard as you would if you were doing it as a team. And in my Team Cup, I'm talking about, you know, we're each responsible one to the other. We're all going to double down. We're all going to make a commitment to each other. And that team ethos is really going to blow your business up if you take it seriously and you go all in and you get your team set up and you get a call set up. I've set up a call for my Team Cup team next week. But don't think you need to be really experienced. You can be a brand new coach. It doesn't matter. These kind of periods of our kind of coach life where we step out of our comfort zone and we go, do you know what, damn it, I'm just going to do something I don't massively fancy it, but I'm going to do it. That's where you suddenly see your efforts double. You see the outcome double because you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And when we do that, I can promise you that you elevate yourself. So always be that person trying to push yourself out of your comfort zone. I can promise you, if you take that into every aspect of your business, you will fly. You will absolutely fly. That's kind of where the success is going to be built. Just a quick reminder, these are kind of all the launches that came out of Summit. I'm not going to go into loads of detail on them, but there are a lot of programs coming out between now and December. Control Freak is one of them, and the 30-day breakaway, which is a running one. And I'm going to be looking into how we can do maybe a charity run between us as a result of having done that program, which I think would be really, really fun. And for us in the UK, this is huge. Collagen launches on the 4th of August. I have been gagging to get my hands on that since it launched last year in the States. So I will announce that, but just keep your eyes on it. Make sure that all of your customers and coaches are aware. And then just a little update on Summit. These are all of the people who are already registered for Summit, which is really quite incredible. I think there's, what is there, 9, 12, there's 16 of us already registered, and this was only announced last week. So if you're not registered for Summit, you haven't got your ticket yet, definitely get it. The FOMO will be real when we're all there. We're having team photos, photo shoots with team shirts, you know, all the photos and all of the kind of, you know, success stories of people that have come out of those summits and really elevated themselves. So it's really, like, in my mind, it's a must do. If you're serious about your business, you need to make sure that you're there. And certainly the UK contingent, I think we'll all be trying to get on the same flight. So it's super exciting. And obviously with COVID, something really to look forward to. And this was a book that was announced, actually. Kindle Hall did one of the calls for Summit. If you haven't caught up on the calls from Summit, they're in Unit 10 of the Beachbody Champions page, and they are absolutely amazing. And I would definitely, if you haven't watched them all yet, go and make sure that you've scheduled those in, because there's some incredible training provided from the virtual Summit week that we had last week. And this book, Stories That Stick, Kendra was actually a coach, and she talks about how storytelling is absolutely at the heart of what we do, and it's how people can relate to us. So if we're in our social media and we're not talking about our stories, you know, stories with coaching, stories with our fitness journey, people can't relate to us, and then they find it very difficult. So I'm actually doing a book club for Stories That Stick. Okay, if you're interested in joining that book club, definitely let me know as soon as possible. The book club that I put together was really based on a lot of the girls that were live on that call, and we all kind of ordered the book, but I realize and appreciate that some of you guys might want to join. So if you do, of course you can join. Just message me and I'll get you added to that thread. We're going to do a little book club on it. So it should be a super fun little community thing for us to do, and also learning at the same time. So moving on, trackers this week were amazing. So we had Elaine, Laura, Shannon, Marta, Becca, Laura Innocent, Charlotte, Curry, Gail, Heather, Alice, and Hayley Hughes. And the winner for that is Hayley Hughes. So well done, Hayley. I don't think she's on the call right now, but she has been pretty consistent with her trackers. So for those of you guys that are new, within the first month, you have a one-on-one with me kind of every week anyway. But after the first month, just really to like, it's kind of cruel to be kind, to get you doing those income producing activities as quickly as possible. And obviously to ensure that I'm spending my time with those guys that are working. I will do one-on-one calls with guys who submit their trackers every week, and I will post that visual in the team page each week so that you can post underneath. And it's really just a way for you to become consistent in your business as quickly as possible. And honestly, I promise you that that consistency is what is going to build you a really sustainable long-term business without question. So moving on, Emerald coaches, we had Becca officially go Emerald this week. And then next week, but I just was gagging to shout them out as well, we have Stephanie and Hayley. So Stephanie enrolled actually, I don't even think she's been a coach a week. She enrolled a control account and a friend, and will be Emerald on Thursday, as will Hayley. Hayley actually is amazing. Hayley was in my team some time ago, but she was going through a really kind of difficult relationship. She moved across the States with her daughter. She, you know, it's a very emotional story for her, but I'm so delighted to have her back in the team, and she's absolutely smashing it. So it's just amazing to see. And then in my level up group, we have the Diamond girls pushing for Diamond for the Diamond retreat. So Marty is now incredibly close. Marty I've really seen such huge changes in Marty over the past couple of months, and it's amazing to see her really kind of, you know, being her own leader, posting in the team page, creating groups, inviting people, sharing what she's learning. You know, that's a sign of leadership. And I've really seen that shift. Ginny is super close as well. Lisa, Charlotte is over halfway there. She's only been a coach since March. Tasha and Imogen are close behind. So that's just the Diamond map for those of you guys who are new. It probably doesn't make much sense right now, but I like to show it so that you can see. And obviously if you've got any questions on it, let me know. So the Diamond Retreat is booked. It's in Nottinghamshire, the 23rd to the 25th of October. You need to be a lifetime Diamond rank or above by the 10th of September, and you need to hold that rank for 6 weeks. I know we're going to have a lot of girls on there, so I'm super, super excited for that. Team photos, team shirts, Prosecco, hot tub, everything. It's going to be a really fun weekend. And as I've said before, if you're not even Emerald yet, that is still within your sights. Diamond is a decision. And actually we had Mackenzie guest speak on a Level Up mentorship call on Monday, and Mackenzie's my coach, and she was talking about how Diamond is a decision. It's essentially 8 coaches, 8 people and 2 Emeralds. So it's a decision, and it is easy when you put your mind to it and you stay consistent. So I'm looking forward to hosting that for you guys. And then we have some incredible new coaches coming in. I've never seen such success right out the gates. I really, truly never have. So we've got Joe, Gail, Georgia, Becca, and Hayley for month 1. Becca would have been month 2, but unfortunately, her Shakeology wasn't on auto ship. And if you're not on auto ship on your Shakeology and you get a success starter, it means that you miss that month. So make sure if you want to be a success starter that you have your Shakeology on auto ship. That was something that we've learned the hard way over the past couple of months. And then for month 2, we've got Hayley, Shannon, Sam, Ginny, and Zainab. And I know a lot of these guys are gunning for month 3. So I'm going to be super excited to see who is in that new test group, having become a success starter. And the Success Club board. So I'm in at 33, Donna at 6, Zainab at 6, Hayley in at 6, Nisha at 4, Marta at 4, Elfie at 4, Stephanie at 4, Hayley at 2, Laura Davis, who's brand new, at 2, Emma at 2, Stephanie at 2, Heather at 2, Charlotte Curry at 2, Julie at 2, Nina at 2, Shannon at 2, Imogen at 2, Ginny at 2, SJ at 2, Monique at 2, Gemma at 2, Becca at 2, Kelly at 2, and Joe Bulldog just today in at 2. And I just wanted to say, you know, we are the 26th of the month. We have 4 days to go to the end of the month. We have that MBF launch. remember, now is go time in the month, okay? The end of the month and the beginning of the new month is when everybody, if they have spare cash, that's when they're going to spend it on their fitness journey. They have possibly eaten all wrong all month, new goals, absolutely true, okay? And we need to be that person inviting, following up. And I just wanted to say, you know, looking at, I know my Success Club numbers are quite high, but I just wanted to highlight that that wasn't the way it was for me when I started, okay? I was by the skin of my teeth hitting Success Club, okay, which is Success Club 5 here, okay? And obviously over time, I've been in the business over 2 years, my pipeline is a lot bigger, okay? So literally, I can promise you that consistency over time, completing that tracker every single day and not missing a box, I'm just 2 years down the track, right? And I've shown up every day. And those are the sorts of numbers that I hit because I've just got a lot more people watching me, a lot more people who've built trust with me, a lot more, you know, conversations going on. Okay. So it doesn't mean that I'm having a conversation with someone and immediately that month they're going, yay, great, let's go. Most of the time, these guys are people that I might have been talking to for 6 months or so. Okay. So I just wanted to say that in case you thought it was just people I'm speaking to in the new month. So I thought this would be a really, really good topic for today. And it's just really how to hit Success Club with your bootcamp and virtual gym. And it really does apply to all of you guys, whether or not you're new or you're more seasoned. And I just really wanted to chat you through kind of my process, what I'm really looking to achieve when I'm setting up a bootcamp and really what goes through my mind. Okay. So as I said at the beginning of the call, it starts with you. Okay. Don't try and stack a business on top of you not enjoying it, you not getting the results, you not showing up in a way that you would be that coach for someone. Okay. So ask yourself a question. If somebody came onto my page, would they want to join me? Would they get the enthusiasm from me? Would they see that I'm consistent? Or would they think that perhaps I'm not going to show up and actually I'm not getting the results? And I just want to call you out on that because I promise you, you can't stack a business on top of not having that. Yeah. That foundation is fundamental. And honestly, it should make it really easy for you guys. If you're getting the results and you're going all in and you're being that person, okay, when I became a coach, that was it. I was like, right, I'm going to be that person for those people because if I'm not that person for those people, they can't rely on me and I can't expect to build a business on like a completely broken fitness journey of my own. Okay. So just really call yourself out on that. And have you gone all in and got fantastic results? A lot of the time, you know, I'll talk to people and they say, oh, well, you know, I'm just having no success. And I'm like, well, have you shared a transformation over the past week to 10 days? You know, what have you been sharing? And have you been having those conversations in the background, right? I've spoken about this in the past, but it's so crucial to understand that your social media and your conversations is like a circle, okay? So up on the top, you've got the top of the bubble, okay, which is you on social media, okay? They want to see, how does this girl fit these workouts into her life? And what are they doing for her? Oh, right, she's showing that. Okay, cool. I'm seeing a post about it as well. So she's obviously taking it seriously because she's talking about it. And then underneath, do the invites stack up with what's going on in your stories? Okay, because again, if you're inviting to a boot camp and there's no visual sign that you've got anything kicking off, there's no visual sign that you've got, you know, any proof that you're part of a remote community. You'll see me screen record all the time. I'm sharing it. This is me inviting you. Now you're going to see what it looks like. It's pretty blatant, right? So when I invite people, they then connect up. Oh, great. Izzy's on that Zoom call with those girls. Another reason to try and get on these calls, guys, if you can, for the workouts, because it shows the community. It shows you're a part of it. That's what people really crave right now. They need it. So if you're not on a Zoom call, try and get on one, get on my one or make your own, but really think about that. Does your invite stack up with then when somebody doesn't, you know, half the time people don't want to reply to you, right? That you invite them and they watch you, right? They're trying to get the full picture. And if they can't get the full picture, chances are when you invite them, they're going to say, no thanks, because quite honestly, they don't get it. They don't understand what the community looks like. You haven't spoken about what it's doing for you. Okay, WIIF. What's in it for me is what the person watching is wanting to know. Okay, so if we're not talking about what's in it for you, i.e. what your story is, story again, with the program, they're not going to connect with you because your people are going to connect with your story. And if you're not talking about what this is doing for your life, whether it's a physical result, a mental result, whether it's the whole piece, they can't relate to it, they can't build a connection with you, and therefore they're not going to trust you. So really, like, even if you get another coach in the team, like with Team Cup, it might be great to get one another to audit each other's pages. Like, you know, really lean into this community and use other people, team up with other people. You know, when I was a new coach, that's what I was doing all the time. All the coaches were in America, and I was like, do you know what, to see success, I need to ride this wave with someone that wants to run, and I'm going to reach out to that person, and I'm going to get over myself, and I'm just going to team up with them, because that's what's going to help me see that success. So really think about that. And as I said, have you shared your own transformation in the last 2 weeks? And are you being proof it works? Are you being proof it works? And do you truly, in the bottom of your heart, believe that it offers the total solution? Okay. And I want you guys to, like, perhaps even when I'm talking, think about why. You know, sometimes people say to me, well, they've got a gym membership. I'm like, okay, cool. They've got a gym membership. They've got nothing on what we've got. A gym membership gives them 20% of their total results. We have workouts that are better than a gym, because quite frankly, if you walk into a gym, you have no idea what you're doing most of the time, unless you're spending 40 quid per PT session each time you go in there, which is basically what we've got. The Netflix of workouts is like having a PT, because we've got a progressive program. We've got the nutrition. The gym doesn't have nutrition for £100 a month, chances are, and community. Yeah, you could say the gym has community, but you haven't got a community in the sense that our global community, literally, I wake up and I'm like, oh, look, someone in the States of Canada has done their workout. You know, that's accountability at its finest. And if you sit down and really think about why what we have to offer is an absolute bargain, and why the hell wouldn't you want to join us, you're going to see, hopefully, that you believe it does offer the total solution, and that actually there's nothing that can rival this. You know, when I'm talking to people, I know nothing rivals this, and I'm quite, you know, honest and open about that. And I'll be quite blunt. That's the kind of person I am, because I believe in it. And I need people to see that. Like, if someone says, oh, no, thanks, I'm going to the gym, I'm not just going to say, okay, cool. Like, no, yeah, cool. What are you getting from the gym? What are you doing? Okay, cool. How's your nutrition? You know, making sure you're asking all of those questions, because that's where we can help people. 9 times out of 10, we're going to have the solution for anyone, whether they want to tone up, lose weight, gain weight. We have the solution, right? We know that. So make sure you're confidently sharing that. And if you're struggling to see the value, come back to your own fitness journey and get your own results. You won't stack your business on top of it without that. And yeah, as I said, like, why is it the total solution? And write it down. Maybe just take 15 minutes, even 10 minutes afterwards. Like, what does it offer, and what's the competition? You know, like Shreddy, or, you know, I don't know, Kayla at CNS. Like, that's nothing on what we have to offer here. And I have a lot of girls that have come from that place. Yeah. So it's not competition to this. And nailing your perfect boot camp. So I always talk about a marketing plan. If you guys have been in the team for a while, you'll know that this is how I spelled engineer very wrong there. It looks like I was trying to spell energize. When I am planning a boot camp, I know 2 weeks out when it's going to start. 2 weeks out from the start date, you better bet I'm in my stories, I'm calling to action, I'm talking about it. Yeah. And then I pivot. So for me, then I'm going to be talking about coaching, my sneak peek, my mentorship, and a lot of my posts will be about coaching. Okay. So really think about it. I have shared with most of you guys, but I will share it again. This changed my life. Okay, it's the 18-month marketing promotional calendar. And I put, right, my bootcamp starting on the 27th of July. So I'm going to start calling that to action on the 13th. I get my call to action visuals made up in Canva, and I start talking about it. I start building excitement. I start building FOMO. I start sharing what's going on in our groups every day if I have to. Yeah, that's why I'm hitting those numbers, because consistently I'm feeding out the same message, and people turn around in the end and they go, damn it, I need to join this girl. Like, there's something about the reason why she's talking about this so much, right? Call to action. I think sometimes we go, and this is what it's done for me, and it's really great. And then it's like, here's our meal, right? Sometimes we miss the opportunity to actually do a firm call to action, which is, and if you want to join me, drop me a message. I think sometimes we're too scared, and we are literally missing so many opportunities. And this is something that I've learned quite a lot this year, is that actually when I'm face to camera and I'm talking through what you get, and I'm saying, if you want to join me, then drop me a message, I get so much more traction than if I'm just going to feed up those visuals and then not actually put my money where my mouth is, i.e. I'm not actually physically going to talk about calling them to action. Okay, so I want you to just audit yourself on that. Are you doing that? because that will make such a huge difference. The other thing, and this was something that I learned, I think it was a national wake up call about a month or 2 months ago. It's a coach, and she said, like, I don't want to see anyone just sharing superfood again. Every time I talk about the superfood, I talk about what it's done for me. It's like the workouts, right? We're quite good generally about talking about what the workouts are doing for us, but actually that superfood's incredible. Are you talking about what it's done for you? And of course, each of us has got a different story with the superfood. Some of us have had IBS and we've stopped bloating. Some of us have had acne like me and I don't break out anymore. But you, again, are going to find your person with your old problem who's going to relate to you. And also, guys, when it comes to sending out enrollments, people 9 times out of 10 now don't ever ask me, I don't want that shake. What is that shake? Because they've been watching me. They know I completely like would not live without it. My whole family have it. And the reasons why I have it, because I fed that through my stories every day. So I'm overcoming objections before I even get them. Okay. And leveraging your posts, as I said, like, just make sure when you're calling to action a bootcamp, you don't need every post on your grid to be about a bootcamp, right? That's gonna, people just unfollow you. But make sure maybe if you put calling to action your bootcamp, 1 in 3, 1 in 4 posts are talking about maybe your fitness journey or your bootcamp, and 1 in 7 in those weeks that you're calling your bootcamp to action should have a hard call to action at the end, i.e. if you want to join me, you know, drop me a message. And as I said, talk about what it's done for you. And when those visuals are up and you know, yeah, think about that full circle. If you are showcasing that bootcamp and your workouts and your Shakeology and the community and you're talking about it, don't for goodness sake then forget to invite. Because this was something I used to do. I'd do all of this and then I'd be like, oh, I've only done 5 invites today. Why would you do that? Like, if you're going to be on it, connect, invite, right? People can see what's going on. So make the most of that opportunity and accelerate out of that. Yeah, because then when you invite, people are going to be like, oh yeah, I've been watching you actually. And you can, even in your invites, you can say like, I don't know if you've seen in my stories, but, and if you say that, then of course, lo and behold, they're going to go and watch your stories if they haven't been watching them. And then follow up. So you're going to hopefully, and this is where a tracking system becomes really fundamental. You've got an online tracking system. If you're brand new, don't worry, because you won't have that yet. But if you've been in the business, you know, over a month, I would strongly advise you to get a tracking system, which is online. You are going to go to all of those people that you previously invited maybe a month ago for your last bootcamp, and you're going to follow up and say, even if they've not replied, and say, I know I invited you to this. Would you be interested in more details? And certainly this time around, as I've been saying in the team page, I have been inviting just by asking them if they want a sample workout. I've sent it now to about 140 people over the past week or so. And I'm just going to share the invite actually, because it worked really, really well. Let me just get the invite. If I can find it. If I'm done with it now. It's in my notes and I can't find it. So this is just an example. You might just want to write it. It's if you guys know the format that I invite, it's very similar kind of structure. So Kate, thanks so much for liking my recent post. I really appreciate it. We actually just launched the most incredible program called MBF, Muscle Burns Fat, and we have the most incredible sample workout, which people have been loving. If I send it across, do you want to give it a go? Yeah. So Kate, thanks so much and if they following me, watching my stories, I really appreciate it. We actually just launched the most incredible program called MBF, Muscle Burns Fat, and we have an amazing sample workout, which people have been loving. If I do X, would you do Y? If I send it across, do you want to give it a go? Okay. So that could be a follow-up to people you previously invited. Maybe you've invited them to a boot camp. I've been following up with that invite to people who've been previously invited, right? Because it's a different invite. It's a free workout, okay? And then they're actually trying before they're buying, which makes them feel great. And then you have a great opportunity to follow up with them, right? You've sent them a sample workout. Yeah, that's really been working for me, Elaine, really working for me. So like literally, I would just say go hell for leather on the follow-up with that, because people aren't going to tell you to get lost if you're offering them a free workout. Yeah, and it gives them the opportunity to try it out. Okay. So how to connect and invite to your bootcamp. So connect with new followers, likers, and story watchers daily. That's what the business activity tracker says. But again, I really want you to call yourself out on any cracks and holes that you have in that. Are you actively doing that every day, or you're going, do you know what, I haven't got to that today, because I promise you, if you're not doing this, you are not getting new eyes on your page, you are not getting new invites out, and you are missing so many opportunities. Okay, I wouldn't say invite or connect with everybody. Like, look at their profile. If it seems like your kind of person, great. If they really don't, it's a waste of your time. No, I do it with Instagram, so it's always on Instagram. And then when you send them that message, so the initial message that I send them is, hey, thanks so much for doing whatever they're doing. This invite for the sample workout isn't the first message I send, okay, because I find it's a bit much if I send that first. So I will build a connection first. So thanks so much for whatever they've done. I love your page, or your little boy is really cute, or whatever. Are you on a fitness journey too, or how long have you been on your fitness journey? Okay, so I think you guys know that. But then often they'll reply and they'll be like, yeah, I'm on a fitness journey. And often people now, you're probably finding, are like, oh, I found it really hard because the gym has been shut. And then I'll be like, oh, what kind of workouts have you been doing? So I really try to really dig into, before they've had an invite from me, what are they doing? What do they enjoy? So that then when the invite comes along, it's much more natural. And I invite about 20 people a day, okay? And I'm building connections. I'm following about 50 to 60 people a day, just so you can get an indication of roughly then kind of funnel-wise how many invites I can get. So I would say, like, for all of you guys, aim to do that. It doesn't take me long. Building my connections each day takes me 5 minutes, okay? And then from that, you get a lot of people engaging, liking, watching your stories and things like that. The sample workout, as I said, so then I'm sending the sample workout out. I am getting their email address. And this, for you guys who are newer, I'm not going to kind of bombard you with like email process right now, but as you build your business and you've got loads of email addresses, I can promise you, being able to send a mailer as your business develops that is super professional, that explains what's going on, your boot camps, that is just the most incredible, easy way to follow up with people. Yeah, so start building your email list as soon as you can, even if you're brand new. Yeah, even if it's pen to paper right now. I've got over 1,000 email addresses, and it makes follow-ups really, really easy. Okay, I didn't do that in 1 month, right? It's taken me time, but the sooner you start building it, the better. And then follow up. Yeah, give them a couple of days, 2-3 days, follow up. How's the workout? Oh, I haven't done it yet. Oh, that's, you know, when are you going to be able to do it? You know, that kind of stuff. Just, yeah, that you're going to have more follow-ups to do, that's for sure, because the take up on this should be pretty high, particularly if you're showcasing that you're doing MBF. Post your call to action daily, and make sure, really, again, do a little audit on this. This is like #1 mistake that we all make, me included sometimes. Make sure to include your daily life too, right? So if you're taking a dog for a walk, or you're going into town with my son, or I'm going for coffee, or I'm having a gin and tonic, or I'm outside, or I'm going for a walk, make sure that you kind of loop that through everything else, because otherwise people can think that we're not real, right? That we just do workouts and then we just talk and we have a shake and that's it. Like, and it's really boring, so people will unfollow us. So just do a little audit on that as well. And I just, before we do, like, we'll just do a quick power 20 minutes on it, because I don't want to keep you guys all night. Has anybody got any questions? If you've got questions, do like unmute yourself or pop them in the chat box. There we go. Look, Marty's just put, I invite them to a 14-day free bootcamp and then include all our free samples. I've signed up 2 people that way. And I'm having a lot of traction. I don't do a free group because I actually found, for me, I didn't love it. And you'll find every coach is going to be successful in a different way. But being able to offer something to somebody where they try before they buy, it has been really successful for me as well.
I actually use that bootcamp as a way of creating FOMO as well. So
yeah,
whatever I post on my Instagram, whenever somebody does a workout or like to shout people out, I post in there as well.
yeah, that's great.
Like, I kind of like, I use it like another Instagram account almost, in a way that I'm like, I keep bombarding people with everything that we're doing on our team and stuff. And I've like literally had 2 people, they're like, okay, all right, like I tried all the workouts, they look good, I want to do it. So I thought it was pretty cool.
And that building FOMO, like Marty's really good at that. And that, I can tell you, is so fundamental. Yeah. If we're not sharing the community, we're not sharing who's joining, we're not building that excitement, no one's going to want to join us. And that was something that, you know, I kind of wonder whether you can teach it. I think it's something you learn over time. Like, it definitely took me a long time to kind of put the jigsaw puzzle together with that. So don't kind of force it, but just think about, how can I create that fear of missing out? And, you know, if I enroll someone or somebody else in the team enrolls someone, take the visual, share it in your stories. I'm so excited for, you know, whoever it is that's joined us, so people can see that that's our team ethos. Oh yeah, thanks, Marty. I posted the calendar and the Vimeo link on the team page. Feel free to use that or change it up if you decide. Yeah, the Vimeo link for all of them or just for MBF? Yeah. Oh, amazing. Thanks, Marty.
Yeah, they're all there. I'm just missing Morning Meltdown 100 because I hit my max upload for the week. So I have to wait till next Tuesday to load that one up.
Maybe just these girls are asking a few questions. If you want to get more info from Marty, just message her and ask her to add you to her group. I'm sure she'll be happy to do that. Probably the easiest thing to do, and then you guys can see how it looks if Marty's happy to do that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so what we'll do is just for like 15 minutes, just to make the most of the hour. And I always think it's so good to implement this stuff when we learn it, instead of me just saying like, I would do this and then bye. You know, let's do a power 15 minutes. Okay, so what you're going to do, some of you guys may have done this already, in which case you might have another task to do. You're going to go to your story watchers, or the people who followed you that you haven't connected with, or the people that have liked your post that you haven't connected with, and just drop them that initial message. So, hey, thanks so much for whatever it is they've done. I love your page. So comment, compliment, question. If you've done that already, certainly then get your follow-up list, guys, in this next kind of 10 minutes. Get the follow-up list and send them that invite. I'm just going to put my invite in here so that you guys can see. And really just get you guys taking some action on it, because I promise you, like, this business is not complicated. It is only complicated when we make it complicated. And this process has been super simple for me, because it's basically like blank copy paste to all my follow-ups, and just people love it. And even if they don't want the free workout, they're always really grateful for the fact that you've asked them if they want to try it. I get far better uptake from this than I do just a standard invite. It's really annoying, this chat box. I can't see what I've typed up above, so if it doesn't quite read right. Yeah, okay. And that message is one that I'm sending to somebody who I've already been talking to, but they've liked my post again, and I've now got a reason to connect with them again, right? Anyone, even if you connected with them a week ago, but you didn't offer the sample workout, follow up with them, because you're offering them something new and fresh. So don't be afraid to just go for it. Like, I've taken the breaks off and basically sent that to everybody, that invite, who's been engaging with my stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to set the timer. We'll just do 5 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. If you've got questions, pop it in the chat box. I've missed out the program piece. No wonder, I thought it was short. Yeah, you definitely want to say it's called muscle burns fat. You hopefully can understand where that part of the invite is supposed to go. Okay, 20 more seconds. So now what we're going to do is just get up your stories and have a look at doing an audit on, if you were somebody that didn't know you, would you understand what you were doing sufficiently enough so that when you received an invite, you would ask for more? Just ask yourself that honest question. Just go through and have a look. And then obviously if you've done that and you know you've done that, then just make sure that you're reaching out to people, whether or not you've already invited them or you followed up with them in the past about something else. Like particularly people who I've invited to a boot camp, they're getting that invite. So hopefully you've got more people there that you can invite. And if not, anyone that's liked your stuff, just go and send them invite. Off we go. Yeah, this should, you know, even for the busiest of you guys, this is probably like 15-20 minutes of your day where you can just go for it. You're going to get so much traction with it as long as you're doing all of those other things to drive the bit. It's quite an easy process, to be fair. And you want to ride that wave whilst this program's new because it's so exciting. People can see it. Okay, let's stop there. And then just as a way, yeah, exactly. So just use that invite. And then just as a way for you guys, I think sometimes, certainly as a new coach, I would get in my head and be like, oh, well, this tracker is going to take me all day. There's no way that I can get this into my life. And, da, da, da. And these are all limiting self-beliefs and the story we tell ourselves. And then we sabotage our own business. And just for 5 minutes, I want you guys to do your connections, okay? So go and find, the thing that takes the longest of all of this is finding an account that you resonate with. And maybe you've been doing a lot of connections and there's an account that you go into to find someone to follow in their followers. But essentially, you're going to find an account which you resonate with, that is not necessarily fitness, is something that interests you. Maybe it's a mummy page, maybe it's, you know, bric-a-brac, maybe whatever it is you love, yeah, and it makes you you, okay? I always talk about this. You're going to go in, you're going to like 3 of their posts, genuinely like them, and comment on one of them genuinely, and then go and follow about 30 of their followers that, again, the pictures look like your kind of person, and you're going to comment on 10 of those accounts, and I'm going to give you 5 minutes. So I want you to see how quickly you can do this. You probably might not even need 5 minutes. Okay, off we go. Okay, I'm going to give you guys another 30 seconds. Okay, and stop there. So that was actually 3.5 minutes. So I don't know how much that task you got done, but hopefully you guys are seeing how quickly you can get that done. The one thing I would say with that one task is just try and move as swiftly as you can with that, which can be really difficult, because the thing that we tend to do is we procrastinate. We're like, oh, is that my kind of person? Oh, I'm not sure. Oh no, I'll go into another profile. And that is the difference between building a business and not. Okay, so kind of taking decisive action. So call yourself out on that, because I've definitely been that girl. So hopefully that was useful. And I thought it would be really good to kind of just put that, you know, what we've just learned into action, so that you guys can then have a practical way to move that forward. Maybe tomorrow, you know, hopefully you've got a prep week this week, so you can still just use that invite, send out the sample, send it out and follow up. And then if you're showcasing your MBF and doing all the rest, it should all fit together. And then, you know, if someone likes the sample, then do you want more details? Great. And then we can share the details of the program with them. And of course, not forgetting that MBF comes with both Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset, which are 2 total nutrition programs, which we've never seen before for 160 quid. So it's insane what you get, as well as the bod ropes, as well as the Shakeology, as well as the year-round access to the platform, as well as the community, and you as their coach. So if you want to take down all of the details from even the visuals that I share for my call to action in my stories, it's a good way to get all the details for what you actually get, so that if somebody wants the info, then you can share it with them, whether that be, I would advise voice clip, but it's total preference. You could bullet point it and explain it to them that way. Has anyone got any questions? No, I'm going to stop recording.